My name is Pastor Michael J. Watkins, pastor of Friendship CME Church in Interfaith. Been pastoring for 25 years, been here at this church for 20 years. And we want to talk a little bit today about why, from a Christian perspective, the Kirby Smith statue should not come to Lake County. The Bible is comprised of 66 books, and it has 40 authors, 39 books in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament. And the books share a lot about God's love for mankind. One of the things in the New Testament that Jesus tells us is in Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. It says, "Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets." I'm simply saying, from a Christian perspective, the Bible teaches us that we should love people as we would want to be loved. We should treat people the way we would want to be treated. This Confederate statue has been in Washington for over 100 years. And when it was first put there, the people who made it and the people who decided to have it come there, they were in charge. Blacks had no voice at that time. Those statues were made to be symbols of racism, symbols of white supremacy. The African American people had no voice in what was being done when they made those statues. They put them in the courthouses, they put them in the public squares, they named schools after Confederate soldiers. All these in the way of saying that whites are superior and you're not going to get fair justice in this courtroom because we're letting you know that whites rule the world. And so when it comes to this Confederate statue, the Bible teaches me that when we look at what we're going to do to somebody else, we should think first, is that what we want them to do to us? Lake County has had such a racist past. We had a racist sheriff, Willis McCall, who was sheriff for 28 years. He was elected 7 times, and he murdered black people in the Lake County building. There was people who were murdered. And now they're wanting to bring that statue and put it in the same building with all the hurts that have happened to black people. We just recently in Lake County did a memorial for the Groveland Four, people who were mistreated by Sheriff Willis McCall. And so when we talk about healing some of the hurts that have gone on in our society, why would we now want to bring in a statue that symbolizes the same kind of hatred that happened way back then? The Bible lets us know that when our friends are grieving, we should grieve as well. When they're rejoicing, we should rejoice with them. Well, there's nothing that is rejoicing about the fact that this statue coming here. The African American community is hurt by the fact that people who we serve with and work with are wanting to bring a statue here that will once again be symbolic of the racism that's happened before. Thousands of people have died just because of the color of their skin. And when the Bible lets us know that we're all created in the image of God. And so we all should be treated as human beings. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." God loved the whole world, everybody. And so when it comes to us making decisions as a state, as a county, as a city, we should be mindful of the thoughts of others and the hurts that they've gone through. We should not do things that would cause others pain. And I feel like the leaders of our county who went about to get this statue did not consider the feelings of other people. And it's just contrary to the teachings of the Bible, because the Bible is very clear to us that God loved the world. And if we're going to love the world, that's all races and that's all people. And some of the hurts that's happened, we have got to help heal those things, not by throwing more salt on the wound. And that's what this is today when they're talking about bringing that statue. It's throwing more salt on the wound. Now, I must say that just like God so loved the world, well, in our world, there's a lot of people, black, white, Latino, and Spanish-speaking people who are on our side. They're saying, hey, this is hurtful. We do not want this to come. So it's not a black or white thing. It's a right or wrong. And what happens is that when we choose to allow evil to happen in our county, we're stepping back and not standing up and fighting for the rights of others. So I certainly thank all those who have supported us in this effort. We know that God is a very present help in our time of trouble. The Bible teaches us that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up against us shall be condemned. So we take comfort in knowing that God will work things out. But right now, we're going to do the very best we can to fight against racism, to fight against those who would think that it's okay to bring a symbol of racism into our county. So I would end with this thought. If we are to believe that God so loved the world, and if we are to believe that we all are created in God's image, and if we are to believe that we're all equal, then we should take the mindset that Jesus gave us. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No one would want to have people do something to you that's hurtful to you or harmful to you. So those in leadership in Lake County should look at it saying, should we allow something to come in our county that would be hurtful to others? God bless you. Take care.